There is an insurrectionist movement in the Democratic Party that is inspiring domestic terrorism against ICE. When you have the mayor of Los Angeles mobilizing agitators, mobilizing the mob against ICE, saying that federal law enforcement has to leave her city, this is a settled constitutional question. Federal law is the supreme law of the land. You cannot nullify it. You cannot succeed from it. It is the law of the United States of America. So these insurrectionist Democrats are every day engaging in rhetoric that is incentivizing, that is encouraging, that is fomenting violent terrorist attacks against ICE and ICE officers. Not only in the shootings that you've seen recently, but ICE officers are being doxxed. Their families and children are being threatened. Their addresses are being posted online. They are being subjected to a campaign of terror by these radical Democrats.
So get this. From the Daily Mail, Democrats call for violence to counter Trump agenda and tell lawmakers to prepare to get shot. This is the Democrat. This is now their brand new mantra. They now want blood. It's not hyperbole. This is what they're calling for. I've told you guys several times, okay? The bane of our society are these white liberals. Because this is the Democrat base. Highly educated, well-to-do. These people are out of control, man, out of control. Democratic voters are asking their lawmakers to exhibit more violence while resisting Donald Trump's agenda, with some even suggesting politicians prepare to get shot. They want blood. They're not willing to get shot, but you need to get shot. They don't have time for that. I mean, they're going to probably have to, they got meetings at the local Starbucks with the PTA, but you need to go out there and get shot. The party, completely out of any institutional power in the wake of Trump's resounding win in November, remains directionless as it heads toward the 2026 midterms, with the polls showing their approval with their own voters at rock bottom. Now, they're fearful that their voters may have taken their hatred of Trump too far, telling them to potentially bend the law or even resort to violence to resist the president. This is the Democratic Party. This is not new. I need you to stop that, because they're going to be, wow, you guys are going too far. This has always been the Democrats. From the creation of the Ku Klux Klan to Black Lives Matter to this. They've always been this. This is not a new development. They've always been this. Quote, our own base is telling us that what we're doing is not good enough. There needs to be, listen to this, there needs to be blood to grab the attention of the press and the public, an anonymous Democrat lawmaker admitted. If you're begging for bloodshed, okay, because you're not getting enough media attention, you have the media apparatus at your disposal as a Democrat. Newspapers. But that's not enough. It's never going to be enough. You see, when they lose, there's something wrong with the system. It's not that, the average American really they just don't want you to allow illegals to flood their neighborhoods. That's all normal Americans are asking for. Our own base is telling us that what we're doing is not good enough. The voters' solution follow New York You remember this, right? The voter solution followed Newark Mayor Ross Baccarat and New Jersey Congresswoman LaMonica McIver, who both put themselves in legal trouble to visit the ICE detention center. Even that's not enough. However, another anonymous liberal told Axios that even that wouldn't be enough, with one saying civility isn't working and to man up for violence, close quote. The reason that we're losing institutional power is because none of y'all are willing to get shot. So going to an ICE detention center, obstructing their proceedings, that wasn't enough. Quote, some of them have suggested what we really need to do is be willing to get shot. They are, quote, the expectations aren't just unreal, they're dangerous. They're not just unreal. They're dangerous. No, you need to get out there and get shot. Here's the greatest part. While House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries is being savaged for poorly photoshopped promo pictures and even posting holding a baseball bat, some Dems worry there's nothing they can do to satiate their base, which they say is, quote, white, well-educated, and live in upscale neighborhoods. Just like I told you. White House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries is being savaged for poorly photoshopped promo pictures and even posting holding a baseball bat, which was laughable. Some Dems worry there's nothing they can do to satiate their base, which they say is white, well-educated, and live in upscale neighborhoods. In other words, see, it's never going to affect them. It's not going to touch them. You guys need to go out there and be willing to get shot. And so when you have a report where ICE agents are being ambushed, well, this was always going to happen. There's a reason the governments, there's a reason the media apparatus uses propaganda. They use it because it works. You see, if you call Donald Trump Hitler, Stalin, and his followers Nazis, well, that's what you're going to get. You're going to get people willing to ambush federal law enforcement officers. Hey, you think I'm kidding? Listen to this.
Late at night on July 4th, Friday night at approximately 10:37 p.m. at the Prairieland ICE Detention Center in Alvarado, Texas, 10 to 12 individuals dressed in black military-style clothing began shooting fireworks and engaging in acts of vandalism at the facility. And this was part of an organized attack. Today, my office has charged 10 individuals with 3 counts of attempted murder of a federal officer. Each of the 10 are also charged with 3 counts of discharging a firearm in relation to a crime of violence. Each of these defendants faces a mandatory prison term of 10 years and up to life in prison. An additional co-conspirator was charged with obstruction of justice and conspiracy for attempting to conceal and destroy evidence in relation to the attack, and he faces up to 10 years in prison. Let's discuss the incident. It was a planned ambush with the intent to kill ICE corrections officers. Make no mistake, this was not a so-called peaceful protest. It was indeed an ambush. late at
It was an ambush. This is what their party wants. And by the way, you don't have people coming out there. Where is Adam Schiff? Where is Chuck Schumer? What about Hakeem Jeffries? What do you think? What message does it send to your base when you pose yourself with a baseball bat? Well, what's your message, Hakeem? Why don't you tell us all? That you're willing to inflict pain on your opponents. Is because that's what I took. When you post that picture with you with a baseball bat, you're like Al Capone now. So what are we supposed to take from that? This has always been Democrats. This has always been their base. From the Ku Klux Klan to Black Lives Matter to this. None of this is new. All right, that's it for now. If you like this video, smash the like button and subscribe. And if you're following me on Rumble, please press that follow button. And until the next time, God bless.